Welcome back to the show. We are talking with Jamie Nuessner and also Troy Burleson from up north of the county. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
I was talking with Glenn Redding the other day, and he says you need to get Jamie on the show. I go, okay, why? He goes, he's got some big things going up there in Diamond City. Of course, we got you is the biggest thing, right? Troy's the biggest thing. Yeah. So he was telling me that you've got some enticing news for maybe a business people that want to come up that way.
Yeah, we do. I guess this would be kind of like what a president does with the first 100 days in office. I've been in office for about 100 days.
Okay.
I took over in December.
Okay.
And I was hit with a whirlwind of things, large water main breaks. And we had some police turnover, I guess I could say. Then I brought in Troy to help me out on some things. He's our police chief now.
Okay.
And
we just brought in to consult or in the beginning? Or?
He is a temporary police chief that I'm trying to twist his arm to be full-time. And I think it's starting to hurt him a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he might be yelling uncle pretty soon.
Troy, you've been involved in the Diamond City area for a long time, yeah?
I was mayor there for a while and worked as a police officer there.
No
and
mic.
as mayor again, and I thought I had I kind of put that behind me, and then Jamie
Not
called and
getting
asked for
Troy.
assistance, and so I couldn't say no.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Right. So he's been a catalyst, a mentor, really helping me through some things. We had that water main break, and we had a 2-week boil order we had to go through.
Oh, wow.
And then so we were able to get a water buffalo, is what they call it, a 1,000-gallon tank up there, and we delivered water to people. And then the weather hit, and luckily we were able to get the boil order lifted the day before the storm.
Wow.
And then northern Boone County has a lot of trailers, a lot of mobile homes. And when that weather hit, it froze the pipes underneath them. And so we teamed up with our local food pantry, the cupboard there, and we asked them to open early, a day before the bad storm was coming. And we've got volunteers from our city, and what we did was we delivered food, water, anyone that was in need. Then we opened our community center as a warming shelter, which if you need to be here, it's free. Free food, free water, stay all night through the winter. We were open 24/7 for a lot of days, and luckily we never lost power, like total power, or we probably would have gotten overwhelmed.
Right.
But some people acted on it, but we did a lot of delivering. They would come up and get food and water, but then they would go back home because they still had a warm home because they didn't lose power. They just didn't have water and things like that. So, and that really sparked a lot of involvement from our community members. It brought us together. This mayor job, people said I was crazy. I mean, Diamond City's had a reputation of crazy politics, and so it's really nice to just go in with no agenda. I didn't have an agenda of any kind. I worked full-time at FedEx. This is a part-time gig for me. I'm just a leader. And if you put positive attitude out there, you'll get the effort back. And it came back tenfold.
Cool.
We're really growing. So
Very nice.
we're working on a project right now that we're calling the Diamond City Veterans Village.
Okay.
Diamond City has a lot of land. So anyone wants to, come on. We'll find something for you. Whether you're a business or a home, a lake house, we'll find something for you. But what we're doing is we have, I don't know, 100 acres, I'm guessing, right when you come into town. And we're teaming up with like the VA, we're working with them, and it's called the Diamond City Veterans Village, and we are going to start with 22 tiny homes that will have a clubhouse, and those tiny homes will be in part with the help of Camp Jack that opened here. It'll be a transitional housing for homeless veterans. And that we're going to build 22 homes. And the reason we've got 22 as the number is that we're also talking with a program called Mission 22, which they focus on the 22 veterans that commit suicide each day.
Wow.
And so we're going to have a clubhouse with counseling, workout facilities, and then off of that, We'll have dog parks if they have support dogs. We're also going to put a city park in there with walking trails, mountain bike trails. We're going to work on just having, if it's frisbee golf or whatever that we can get for parks. And then hopefully that'll wrap into unnamed grocery store that I'm talking to that would bring in the pharmacy and the
Okay.
Okay,
gas.
yeah.
So
and
how's it
things like
funded?
that. It is funded strictly through grants and nonprofit, 501(c)(3), C3PO.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going that route. I'm not going to lie, donations, investors would be nice.
Sure.
And but we're working with the VA, the Mission 22. We're trying to get some flagship stores to kind of front this thing, and then they'll have the entrance to the parks and everything behind them, and then that will also give access to the veterans that if they're homeless, they don't have vehicles, that they can walk and get groceries,
Right.
they can walk and get
Yeah.
their medicine and all that. So we're really building this, and then we're going full force. Diamond City's about to get aggressive with, we're changing some ordinances. We want to be that Hallmark movie, where people can go to a festival, they can have their lake home, they can feel safe, the kids can run in the streets. We're just really turning things around. If all works out well with finding staff, the Cove's coming back in April to give us that
sweet.
restaurant, and we're really moving forward with a lot of things, and we're getting a lot of interest, and we want to be that bedroom to Harrison, to Mountain Home, to Branson, where it is still the small town feel, and you can have your lake home, but you still have the amenities and the resources that you need,
Right.
and then Harrison can be the retail. They can be the jobs. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to have jobs. I need jobs. But I need those jobs in the hospitality market. I need resorts, condos, even starting with Airbnbs, VRBOs, things like that. That's the market we need to go. And
Now, you talked about passing legislation and stuff. Are there restrictions that need to be changed before you do all this, or?
we have some city ordinances that have been in place for many years, and they have some restrictions on square footage of homes,
Oh, okay.
what types of homes. We're looking at those, and obviously there will be some grandfather clauses, and obviously we would have to talk to the neighbors if we're going to let somebody come
Yeah.
in. But
Has there been situations where it's kept people from moving there because
Absolutely.
of those? Okay.
Ah.
So that
I
you
probably
need to
talk
relook
to a
at things.
tiny home builder of some kind each week.
Is that
It's
right?
a hot
Yeah.
item right now. That and what they call barn dominiums, where they build a shop that looks like a barn but it has living quarters in it.
Right, yeah.
And it's no offense to the barn dominiums. I mean, if you have a nice big lake home, you don't want a shop next to you. But if you really take a look at some of these, what they're doing with these metal buildings, it's
Absolutely.
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
It's amazing. So we have to kind of rewrite some things to allow things like
I
that to
see,
happen.
yeah.
It's
Well,
a
people
more
are people's way of life is changing. They don't have a lot of things, so they want to stay in a small home, or
right.
somebody that wants a vacation house. They want to still do their shop work too, or whatever.
They do.
I've looked into those shop homes. I like the concept.
Yeah.
Move my business to home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're all staying at home nowadays. You're at home.
I'm at home. Yeah.
So you're progressive. So
I
good
am.
for you.
Yeah.
Get
yeah.
it.
We're no way political in Diamond City. That's just I've said this before. We're not right. We're not left. We're up.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
forward. It's
Forward
we're
thinking.
not leaning any way. We want people to be fun and be who they are.
Right.
So you don't need to change to live where we live. We're going to set up places. If you want to live in a tiny home and ride a mountain bike, you're welcome. If you want to build $1 million home and overlook the lake and go out in your yacht, come on. I mean, you're
I
welcome.
haven't seen
So-
any yachts. That'd be all right.
No, we don't have any yachts yet, but it's really moving forward at a quicker pace than I figured. I'm getting a lot of phone calls from people interested and people wanting to move forward this summer. So we're trying to get that thing
I
going.
think Diamond
Good for
City
you.
was set to move forward. Everybody wanted it to. It just,
Yeah.
for reasons, did not. And so when finally Jamie came along and become that strong visionary leader, people just jumped on board.
Yeah.
Good deal.
That's why it's going so fast now.
Yeah.
So we're going to anchor off of this Veterans Village. We really think that will bring interest. It'll bring people of like-minded individuals in that area to build other homes like that in the same neighborhood. It'll really be a catalyst of growth for our city, and I think businesses will jump on board and will come in. But it's been fun. It's been long hours.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we were
Yeah.
hand delivering lots of food and water, and that's where the attitude and effort will rocket ship anything, and it'll even turn your naysayers into sayers, I guess. So
Well,
Excellent.
kudos to you and all the people that are, working on this.
yeah.
For sure.
What do you want our viewers to know? How do you want them to be involved? Of course, you'd love them to, either start a business or
Right. Or just come back to the lake.
Yeah.
We're also going to be working with the Corps to get a backup campground and RV because
Yeah.
when that lake floods,
Yeah, it
which
does,
we
yeah.
cannot
Every
control
year.
that. We can't control it.
Right.
I wish the Corps would be more lenient on that, but they have their reasons. Bull Shoal is built for flood control
Yeah.
because of our other resources that this state's great at. The soybeans and the trout fishing and all that. So they really, I guess, help those guys out. But that's what it's built for. So
Yeah.
we need to adapt.
yeah.
It's nothing. The Corps is not going to change. So we need to adapt, and that's what we're going to do.
Good
right.
deal.
So they can call the number on the screen 422-4712, I think.
422-7212.
7212.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's our city hall, and they
Okay.
can get any information. We've got new Welcome to Diamond City packets being built. We're changing the attitude, and that's producing the effort.
Okay.
It's nice.
Well, congratulations.
Good to
on
see
it.
you
That's
guys.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Thank
back
you
to
for
our.
having
you.
us.
Yeah, absolutely. Up next, we have another mayor that's going to be right here in the studio to talk with us. Jerry Jackson, the mayor of Harrison, Arkansas, is here to talk about. I would assume what's going to be happening at the new recreational center that's on the books, and everybody's been talking about that. We'll find out a little bit more about that and anything that he wants to talk about. So stick around. Jerry Jackson is up next. Stay with us.